The Pixel 4 was just released. You got it, you're loving it, you're enjoying it, you're having a blast with your brand new Pixel 4, but you're wondering, what are some of the first things you should be doing with your device? Don't worry, you've come to the right video. Let's get right into it. Seasoned Android users might have already jumped all over this first one, but you should definitely be taking advantage of Google's built-in customizations that they've included here. Go ahead and tap on your device, choose Styles and Wallpaper. From there, tap on Styles, and you can choose between a bunch of different presets. However, we're going to want to tap on Custom. From here, we can choose, our favorite fonts, favorite icons, even our favorite colors. Of course, we're sticking, or I'll switch it up. I'll go with blue. And then your favorite icon shapes as well. We'll do the square look. After that, you name it, apply it, and just like that, you've added a bit of personality without having to install a different launcher. You might have noticed we're rocking a dark theme here on the Pixel 4. Now, this is a great way to just change the look of the device, but it's also great on battery. It helps just squeeze a bit more juice out of the Pixel 4. To achieve this, tap on Settings and go ahead and search for Dark Theme. Tap on it, and from there, just make sure it's selected. Now, this is going to not only change your notification shade, but also your settings and a few other applications like your dialer. Yet another great way to just add some more personality, again, without installing a different launcher. If you like the Pixel experience and you don't want to tweak it that much, these are great ways to just put a bit of finesse on your device. Now, I love gesture controls. I mean, they're amazing. However, if you don't like that, you like the old 3-button layout on the bottom, you can go back to that. All you have to do is tap on Settings, then search System Navigation. From there, tap on it, and just like that, you have your 3-button layout. Personally, not a big fan of that, but if you are, you've got that option. Pixel 4 is fast. The 90Hz display makes things feel smoother than butter. We can actually make things feel a bit smoother though by going into Settings, scrolling down to About Phone, then down to Build Number, and go ahead and tap on that 5 times. This will unlock developer mode. Go back, scroll up, and search for Developer Options. Tap on it, scroll down to Animation Scale. There should be 3 of them. They're all going to be on 1x. We're going to change them to 0.5x. This is just going to make your phone feel that much more smooth. Not that the Pixel 4 needs it, but I personally like my device running as fast as possible. Now, the Pixel 4 fluctuates from 90Hz to 60Hz quite often, depending on what you're doing, and oddly enough, the brightness. We can force the 90Hz to work at all times though. Go ahead and go into Settings, and we're going to jump back into Developer Options. From here, scroll down and look for Force 90Hz. Took me a bit of time to find it, but here it is. Force 90Hz refresh rate. Go ahead, tap into it, and make sure that's ticked on. Now, not only will this speed up the touch responsiveness, but it'll also improve the overall speed, of course at the cost of using a bit more battery, but definitely worth it in my opinion. You should definitely be taking Google's astrophotography mode for a spin. You have to go into your camera app and make sure that night sight mode is on in order for astrophotography mode to activate. Now, your phone has to be perfectly still to achieve the best possible outcome, so you're gonna wanna set your phone on something like a rock. Best case, get you a tripod, point the phone at the sky, and wait for the magic. You can capture stunning night skies with stars and all that. It really is amazing. It's definitely worth trying out a few times. Now, speaking of that camera, go ahead and try double tapping into the telephoto lens. It's much better than trying to dial in that 2x, because if you overshoot, you're on digital zoom, your images won't be as clear, and it's just much more convenient than using that slider. Alright, one more camera tip for you. I mean, can you blame me? The cameras are pretty much the best thing about the Pixel lineup. Now, you're not going to miss any moments by struggling to turn on the phone and open up and look for that camera app. Simply use rule number 2, double tap. If you double tap your power button anywhere at any time, this will launch you into the camera app. Yes, even while the phone's in sleep mode. It's awesome. possibly one of the coolest and underrated features of the Pixel 4. Squeeze your pixel. The Pixel lineup has had this feature for a while now, but a lot of people still don't know about this feature or forget about it altogether. But you can squeeze your phone to activate Google Assistant or change it to silence alarms, calls, notifications, and timers, which I personally find more useful. You can actually set up how hard you need to squeeze and all that by going down into your settings and just search for squeeze. Now from there, you can tap on squeeze sensitivity and you could just change all this, how hard you have to squeeze. And like I said, you can tap to toggle on squeeze for assistant or squeeze for silence. All that, just a great little hidden feature on the Pixel 4. Google's included a set of radar sensors in the forehead of this year's Pixel. Now this allows you to use motion gestures to change music tracks and things like that. Whether you find it a gimmick or not, you're paying for it, so you definitely should take advantage of it by going into your settings and searching for motion sense. Tap on it, make sure it's enabled. You can play around with some of the other settings if you like, but now anytime you launch a supported music app, you'll notice that there'll be a glow underneath the forehead. This is indicating that motion sense is now activated. From there, you can just swipe to change music tracks or wave your hand in front of it. And just like that, I'm swapping tracks. Kind of cool, I guess, if you're cooking and your hands are messy and you haven't washed them yet. Maybe you got flour on them because you're breading some chicken and something comes on that you don't like. Well, you could just swipe, switch tracks. I don't know, kind of cool. Definitely worth using since you're paying for the technology. I got a cool little bonus tip for those of you that stuck around. You ever go out and, like now, a song's playing, you really like it, but you're not quite sure who the artist is or what the song's called? Me too, happens all the time. If you go into settings and search for it now playing, tap on it, make sure it's enabled. This is gonna show any songs that are playing on your lock screen. Super convenient, I love it. Hands down, probably my favorite feature on the Pixel lineup. So that pretty much wraps up the video, guys, on what are the first 10 things you should be doing with your Pixel 4 device. If you found any of this helpful, remember to like that smash button, mute that call, consider subscribing. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.